Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Power Season 3, Episode 7, so you know what time it is. We gonna take it slow today, because I'm a little hungover, but the Lord gonna see us through. Get your clap on. I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine. Yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Y'all know on them Sundays when you just did a little too much on Saturday, you gotta get up there and get the organist to bring the key down a little lower because you can't hit all them high notes. Y'all, I'm so hungover, but I'm still gonna praise the Lord today. Amen. It was my girlfriend Simone's birthday yesterday, and we did it real big as usual. It is in the evening. I'm still trying to get it together, but child, we gonna get this review done so I can get up here and cook dinner for my family, and then we can we can start fresh on Monday. So yeah, the review, let's get to it, shall we? The show, you guys, let me just say that I would hate to be James St. Patrick / Ghost right now, okay? Brother Man is being backed into a corner, coming from all angles. The shit is just all bad. So he's not with his girl no more. He's missing her. He's dreaming about her. He's thinking about her. He's back at his apartment, and it's all empty. Angie is crying her heart out to her sister. She did everything for him. She compromised herself for him, her job. She doesn't even recognize herself anymore. You know, the sister is telling her, don't worry about it. You're going to be better off without him. While the sister is trying to soothe Angie, they get a knock at the door. It's an official looking person. I don't know who this person is, but I'm assuming it's somebody from her job. He has to take her down, right now. Won't tell her what it's about, but from the look on everybody's face, it ain't good. When she gets down to the state attorney's office, it isn't good, okay? They have somebody that is investigating the breakout and now the murder of Lobos. His body was found, obviously. There was a cell phone on his person, and you know how the cell phone ping towers work. The pings went off, and guess where one of the pings went? Right there to their building, right at the very top. So somebody in this damn office is involved with Lobos in the breakout. There's a snitch amongst us. Now, while Angie is dealing with that at the state attorney's office, Ghost is at his club, and things are going good. He's talking to Karen. The deal is going to go through. He's going to give them money so that they can invest it, and, they can start this whole collaboration with the hotels and Jamie's 3 clubs. Okay, Karen's still flirting with Andre. I said it ain't going to be long before he get him a piece of Karen. He's at the club one day, and Tommy and 718 walk in, and he's just like, wow, I did not even know y'all were still friends. Tommy and Ghost, they have to leave, and 718 asks Andre, are you back in? And Andre just looks like, apparently I'm not. Shit, I didn't even know any of this was going on. Ghost and Tommy goes out, and, they're talking, and Ghost lays it on Tommy that he's broken up with Angie. And he was just like, oh, so you think that that's going to solve everything? Like, what does that have to do with the fact that she's a fucking state attorney that can turn us in and we could all just be going to jail soon? And that would be least of the problems, jail. Shit sounded like they can get some damn death penalty. But Ghost is trying to convince Tommy that Angie's not going to comfort them. And he's like, yeah, wait until they find that fucking body. The big Cadillac Escalade truck pulls up, and we're assuming that it's the Serbians. They get searched, and then they get on into the truck. Okay, who should be watching from the sidelines from far away is your boy Kanan. And he ain't liking what he's seeing. Now, back at the home front, Tasha's having a talk with Tariq. He don't feel like going to see his doctor. Why he got to be telling him all his business anyway? Tasha's like, you only have 2 visits left. It's okay. He's like, I don't know why you acting like that. You hate Dad. And she's like, I don't hate Dad. Don't say anything like that. And he was like, oh my God, you're such a fucking liar. And she was like, what the fuck? And she go to slap him, and then the nigga catch her hand, and she just look at him, and she was just like, that's that realization when mamas get when they realize that they can't overpower their damn son no more. She was like, take your ass to your room before I fucking kill you. That's when you got to get weapons out on your damn because you're not strong enough to get them no more. But she's just amazed at the fact that he even had nerve enough to catch her hand like that. She calls James and was like, get your ass over here and do something about your damn son before I kill him. Shit is falling apart at the St. Patrick's residence as well. Now, at the state attorney's office, this big investigative team is there, and they're questioning everybody. Basically, everybody is denying that they was involved, okay? They talked to the big boss, they talked to Angie, they talked to the extra dedicated committee member, they talked to obsessed ex Greg Knox. They talked to everybody, and to make a long story short, they all say that they're not involved. But in the midst of them talking about all of this, they find out that Lobos is indeed dead. Okay, now Angie is just like shocked. And they're like, wow, why you sure seem like that's affected you quite a bit. And she was just like, yeah, I didn't know he was dead. Can I take a little break, see? She flustered. She trying to get herself together in the bathroom like, okay, now the man is dead. Okay, this changes shit a whole lot. Like I said, it can go up to the death penalty now. So, she trying to get herself together, but, you know, the lady, bitch won't give her a break. She come in there, she was just like, you still have it. Okay, I miss the days when I worked in the office like this, and I talked and the men listened. Angie was just like, yeah, I don't know about that, but as far as Lobos' death, and the lady was like, you don't need to worry about that. They ain't got nothing to do with either one of us, okay? But, I mean, we'll find out who killed him soon enough, and mark my words, it's going to be somebody in this building that's involved. Angie's thinking to herself, like, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Now, Ghost and Tommy, they're with the Serbians in the car. Milan, he is telling Ghost and Tommy exactly what he expects of them and how it's all going to go down. You know, Tommy, no fucking filter. He want to know if Milan really eats people. You know, Milan was just like, I don't know why Vladimir loved you so much. He said you was good people, but you was stupid as shit. Ghost just looks like, that damn Tommy, child, you gotta love Tommy. The Serbians take Ghost and Tommy to their location, you know, where they have that warehouse. And, you know, Tommy's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Okay, they got the crew all handcuffed. And the Serbians is moving in their product. They was like, okay, you're going to be selling our product. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that and the other. And you're going to give us our damn money. You're going to stop doing gun business with the Albanians, the nigga Albanians, by the way. And, of course, Tommy doesn't want to do that. They move a lot of money with them, okay? They don't want to cut off their business. And he was like, I said, damn it, you ain't doing no fucking business with them. And I think, did Milan realize that one of his men was working with them or something? Or did he just sacrifice one of his men just to show how crazy he was, okay? He told Tommy to kill old boy, and Tommy was like, I'm not killing them just because you tell me to. Okay, so Milan's like, I kill him my fucking self. Okay, pulls out his little wire and, you know, goes up and chokes old boy out. That's just to send a signal that if I'm crazy enough to kill one of my own boys, I will not blink an eye to kill any of you motherfuckers. Now again, he reiterates he wants his money by the end of the day. Ghost is just like, I don't have the money by the end of the day. You know, all our clean money is tied up. And he was just like, oh, yeah, you got the money you supposed to be giving to Karen Bassett tonight. And you have to remember that Milan was working hand in hand with Ghost in his operation. So he knows all about this deal going on with Karen Bassett and her father. So when they walk off, you know, Tommy was just like, what's this? You rolling like a bitch. You gonna give him this money? Ghost was just like, we don't have no choice right now. We gotta give him the money. We gotta get him off of our backs until we can figure out what we gonna do next. Tommy was just like, I don't have to do shit that you tell me to. You must forget that you left this operation and I've been running this shit on my own. So I'm gonna make my own decisions from here on out. How about that? So Tommy doesn't have the exact same loyalty that he had to Ghost that he once had. And I think that is throwing Ghost off as well. So that's one thing Ghost gotta worry about. You know, he goes on to the house and Tasha's like, it's getting worse. First it's the gun and now it's this issue with him talking back. He's still mad at you because you didn't take him to the game. And Ghost was like, I told you, Tasha, something came up. And she was like, what? Was something more important than your son? Like, what is going on? Why aren't you telling me anything? I know you probably can't tell me the truth. You're incapable of that these days. Looks like he's about to tell her what it is, okay? You want the truth, and here it is. And I'm like, oh, we about to go there, but of course he doesn't tell her the truth. He tells her that, you know, he needs this money to give to Karen. He just wants them to take the money out of their IRA. Tasha's just like, no, I'm not taking the money out the IRA. It's going to be tax penalties, okay? And it ain't even no guarantee that you'll pay us this fucking money back. Why don't you go ask your bitch for the money? Okay, Angie, that's your bitch, right? He was like, I can't ask Angie. We broke up, but I don't feel like talking about it right now. So she's just looking like, oh, really? Stores that away for later usage. But Tasha's bottom line is she ain't giving you the money, bruh. You're gonna have to do that on your own. Back at the club, Andre is out there putting some trash in the trash bin in the alley, and Kanan comes up. Motherfucker, you lied to me. You didn't tell me that Tommy and Ghost was back working together. And Andre was just like, shit, I just found out today. Okay, I didn't know nothing about it either. I promise you. You know how Ghost is. He keeps all kind of secrets. And Kanan was just like, yeah, okay, well, you get back in there and you find out some shit, I'll be in touch. Inside the club, of course, you know, Ghost is supposed to be giving this money to Karen and her father. But, you know, he turns on the charm. You know, I don't have the money yet, but I will have it to you in a couple of weeks, okay, with some interest for the penalties, you know, and dad is, look, he like, damn it, I knew these niggas was gonna not have my shit. I can't go to the investors and ask them to get this whole deal going without your money. If you don't have the money today, then we can't do this, okay? Karen's just like, Dad, let me handle it. All right, Dad walk off like, you wanted to talk to these Negroes and this is what the fuck happens. Fine, I'm done with it. Okay, Karen just looks at him and is like, Jamie, you had the money earlier. Why you don't have it now? Get our money. Now, back at the house, Tommy and Tasha's talking, you know, and Tommy is leaving her house. And right when he's walking out, Tasha's just like, Tommy, how could you do that to Holly? And he turns around and he says, like, what? And she was like, yeah, Ghost told me what happened. How could you do that to her? And now she done ran off. And, you know, she's single. She's alone. She's pregnant with this baby. Okay, she's probably halfway to Ohio by now, child. Why she say that? Tommy was just like, pregnant? Oh my God, I didn't know that. You know, he started to look like you could just see all of the shit unraveling. I was like, bruh, this ain't gonna be good for Tommy. Remember that edge that we said he was on and then we said he was hanging on the edge of that? Okay, he's completely off of it now. He was like, I gotta go. She was just like, what's the matter? He's like, I gotta go. You know, she was just like, call me later. Now, back at the state attorney's office, you know, they still snooping around trying to figure out what's going on, okay? They're asking Agent Knox if, you know, maybe he might be just jealous, okay? Maybe he's obsessed and that's the reason why, because weren't you stalking her? Okay, wasn't she upset about it? He was just like, yeah, I was stalking her for sure. But I was watching her because she has something to do with James St. Patrick and all this is tying into him. Okay, so if you guys really want to know what's going on, y'all need to investigate Angie further and you will find all of the information that you need. They go back and try to put the pressure on the big boss and was just like, well, we thought about it and we said whoever had the most history with Lobos would probably be the one that tried to help him. Okay, and you the one that's been around him the longer than anybody in here. Big boss was just like, well, if I wanted him dead, I mean, how would that work for me? I mean, I probably wouldn't live much longer, nor my family. No, I'm not trying to kill him. If I was involved with him, if I had some kind of relationship with him, that's the last thing that I would want to do. They was like, well, you better come up with something, okay? Because, like I said, it's in this building, and we're not leaving until we find out who it is. They ask him, what about Valdez? Because, you know, Knox seems to think that Valdez is involved, okay? And then he thinks about it. He weighs his options. He realizes that, damn it, it's either her or him. And he says, yeah, what do you guys know about James St. Patrick? I was like, Angie, girl, it ain't looking too good for you these days. Now, James, I guess he's got some plan. I don't really know what it was. He goes to Angie's house. Okay. Angie? All right, and when he comes in the house, Angie ain't there, okay, but the damn pit bull sister is. She was just like, I was just packing your shit for her. She throws it down on the floor. So you used my sister, basically, okay? You went on and fucked her, and then you just went on about your business, huh? You need to leave her alone. Don't come back around here, okay? Get out. And if I see you trying to fool with my sister ever again, I'll kill you with my bare hands. I was just like, girl, you don't know who you talking to, okay? You better be glad that James loves your sister. She gets the key back from him, so now he can't just barge in her damn house no more. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that Andre told Ghost, you know what, I know everything is back on again. I want back in. You know, Ghost was like, I want it better for you. But Andre was just like, I want worse for me. Deal me back in. Ghost was like, okay, come on, let's go for a walk. He tells him all that's going on with Milan and how they killed Vladimir and stole from him. Now he wants him to work for him, basically. He's their slave, you know, yada, yada, yada. If you want to help me, go call in an anonymous tip for Tatiana that she's missing. Okay, we'll let the police handle it from there. Okay, so I guess he's thinking he putting dogs out on Milan this way. Now, back at the office, they still trying to put the pressure on Angie, okay? You know what? James St. Patrick looked like he used you. Girl, I know how it is, though. You be in love, honey. You be fucking all the time. Y'all be getting it in everywhere you can all the time, and you just can't see straight. But yeah, it looked like he used you, and then he disregarded you. Angie was just like, he didn't use me, I used him. Because, of course, her ego can't take that. She tells them that she used her using skills to, you know, track Tommy. That was her link to Tommy through James. And everything that she's done on this case is just so that she can mount Lobos's head to the wall. They were just like, oh, okay, you was real passionate in that story that you just gave. All right, girl, well, that's okay. We don't need no more from you. Thank you. She's all surprised, like, that's it? That's it. Go on about your business. When she walked out, they was just like, looks like all roads leads to James St. Patrick. We need to talk to James St. Patrick. Now, Tommy, he's all fucked up now. Okay, he goes to the priest. We think that he's there to do another confession, but no, he's not there to do another confession. He threatens the priest with a gun and let him know that you're going to have to stop doing business with the Albanians. Of course, the priests don't want to do that because that's the money that, you know, helps their soup kitchen and all of that. And he was just like, look, I'm going to shoot your ass right here in this damn booth if you keep on with this, okay? It's not a booth, it's a confessional. But it's a booth in the way that they use it. I was like, all this on the Lord's property. Anyway, yeah, Tommy was like, look, do me one solid or it's going to be bad news around here. Okay, y'all going to have to stop this gun thing. Priest thought about it, and I guess the Lord showed him a vision that it was a gun on the other side of that wall. Okay, so he thought about it real good, and he was like, yeah, okay, no more business with the Albanians. So he don't know how that conversation just saved his life. After Tommy leaves there, he goes to his dear Holly's grave site. He's getting drunk, upset. He's crying. He's, there, and it's just bad. All right. While he's there, car pulls up. Some men get out. They stun gun him, okay, and they take him into the truck. Now, Angie, she's so damn stressed out from everything. She goes home, okay. She's trying to get herself together, and her sister was supposed to have packed up all of Ghost's stuff. Of course, when she gets there, she realizes that she left some things out. She's like, thanks, sis. That puts in her mind that, you know what, let me give a call on down to Tasha. She go over to Tasha's house. Tasha's like, bitch, don't you be coming up to my house anytime you think you can. Like, what the fuck you think this is? And she was just like, girl, I need to know if you and Jamie was together the other day. Where was he? Tasha at first was looking at her like, I ain't got to tell you shit. Okay, and she was just like, let me tell you something. If he was involved in Lobos' murder, that means that you was involved in it too. And that means that you will go to jail for conspiracy. You're going to lose everything, them kids, all that you got. So you might want to think about this a whole lot more, okay? And Tasha, so this throws Tasha for a second. She walks off, and then it seems like it clicks in her mind, and she remembers that Jamie said that they broke up. So she turned around, and she was just like, oh, yeah, honey, you know where Ghost was. We was together, okay? We was fucking all night long. Angie is just like, how could you take him back? I said, bitch, how could you ask that question? You're the one that broke him the fuck up, okay? And Tasha was just like, he is my husband. I am his wife. We have kids together. Okay, baby, you was nothing more than a fucking midlife crisis. Okay, but the crisis is over. I got the boy back now, and I was just like, finally, Tasha, even though the shit is not true, and Tasha done got herself involved way up over her head and not even knowing what all is going on. I was still glad that she was able to kind of, twist a little, this in at Angie, because I was like, Angie, bitch, you was really trying to ask her how could she take her back, really? Anyway, in this horrible scene, we see Kanan on the phone with Andre. We also see him helping this little old lady up to her apartment, carrying her groceries. Andre is telling Kanan how, Milana's back, the Serbians, and how they done got, ghosts running scared, okay? Kanan did say, you know what, a scared ghost is never a good ghost. You need to watch your back. And when he said that was the turning point in this movie to let me know that from past experiences, when Ghost's back is to the wall and when he is very afraid for everybody and everything involved, that he comes out with both guns barrels blazing, okay? So that gave me hope, because we can see right now everything is so out of control and Ghost is so used to being in control. That part right there let me know that it ain't gonna be much longer that Ghost don't have the upper hand on this situation. But while he's on the phone with Andre, he puts him on hold. The lady gets into her apartment. She's like, thank you for helping me. And you guys, he killed little old Granny. I said, Granny? Not with the Jesus Saves Lives pillow. I was like, that Kanan is so terrible. I mean, if he killed his son, why wouldn't I think he would kill little old Granny? But it was just terrible. After he killed her, he told Andre that, it's going to be a little history lesson. He goes and takes this picture of Jesus off of the walls, and there's a bullet hole there, and he's smiling to himself. So something tells you that this used to be their old place, or Kanan's old place, or something significant about this apartment. Now, Ghost is at the house while Angie and Tasha was down there talking. Tasha even told him, like, he's upstairs right now, did you want to talk to him now? Of course, Angie was just like, no, I guess that's not what I want to do. While she's down there, Ghost is talking to Tariq. You can't be doing stuff like this to your mother. And Tariq was like, I wasn't going to hit her. I just wanted to stop her from hitting me. And he was just like, yeah, I mean, but you need to apologize. I told you real men apologize for the mistakes that they made. And he was like, oh, so you want me to apologize how I apologize to your side bitch? Child, why he say that, honey? Ghost snatched that nigga up so fast. He said, what did you say to me, you motherfucker? Say it again. He was way up there, child. You can't say nothing about his precious Angie. That is definitely his heart. I know it gets on everybody's nerves, but child, it is what it is. This man loves that woman to death, and can't nobody say shit bad about her. Not even his own flesh and blood. So they had a moment right there, definitely, okay? But Ghost finally let him go. Tariq storms off, and You know, he trying to get himself together, and then Tasha come in the room and she was just like, you got your fucking nerves, okay? You didn't plan the dinner here and didn't tell me nothing about it, okay? First your crazy ass bitch come up here. He was like, what, Angie was here? She was like, yeah, she was just here. And they walk into the room, and child, why is it Milan and Tatiana? We thought she was dead, right? Well, no, Tatiana not dead. Baby girl is sitting right there in the room looking like the nice little lovely wife. Tasha being ever gracious, the hostess, okay, she's going to take care of them, get dinner for all of them. They're going to all sit down and have dinner together. When they sit down to dinner, Milan talks about this whole full speech about, you know, how family is important, and if family is important to James, then family is important to him. He's standing behind the kids, and I said, it zones out for a minute. Tasha's like, nigga, sit down, okay? He gonna sit down. But all these things I think are very important into the resolve of Ghost, and that, like I said, we gonna see that he gonna get it together soon enough. When dinner is over, he gives the money to Milan. Milan was like, very smart. I need you to work this deal out with Karen because I want to sell my products in their hotels. And Jamie's like, yeah, the deal is off. We ain't doing it no more. He's like, oh, you're very charming. You'll be able to turn it back on. Ghost was just like, yeah, but it's too risky. I don't want to do that. And he was like, didn't you just hear the speech that I said about family, yours in particular? Okay, yeah, it would be very risky if you didn't do what I just fucking told you to do. Go on and get that deal taken care of. I'm gonna kill everybody here. Tatiana walks up and she's just smirking like, look at how he looks at my face. Okay, and they walk off together, and child, James is pissed. Tasha walks up like, what the hell is going on? Okay, he takes her out to the balcony. He tells her everything, okay? Milan, Vladimir, the Serbians, how they all after him right now, making him work for him and all of that, okay? They trying to figure out what they gonna do. What Ghost is going to have to understand eventually is that he always has to come up with his plans with Tasha. She is always the missing link that puts it all together for him. For that reason, he's never going to be able to get rid of Tasha, the same reason why he's never going to be able to get rid of Angie for the love that he has for her. Now Tommy, they take him down to this warehouse and they beating him up. Now at first, you know, Tommy's giving a good fight. I was like, that Tommy, okay, you can tell he got some street in him. You know, he's fighting them off one at a time. It's about 7 or 8 of them down there. But of course, after a while, he can't keep them off, and they start beating his ass, and he stops fighting back. The man from the top that's looking just says to kill Tommy. And when Milan walks up, you know, he realizes that Tommy ain't even trying to put a fight in. He was like, well, has he been fighting back at all? And he was like, no, not really. All right, so Milan's like, oh, okay. I'm going down here and talk to him real fast. Okay, now they didn't almost beat Tommy to a fucking pulp. Milan was just like, so why you not fighting back? Tommy was just like, just get it over with. And he was like, well, I did find out that, you know, the nigga Albanians ain't doing gun business with the priests no more, so that's good. So you did do what I said, okay? You're smart. You're not as stupid as I thought you were. But you're disobedient. Why all of a sudden you don't want to fight back? What's this about? He sees a ring around his neck. It's the wedding ring. He says, oh, is this about a woman? Oh, this is about your girl. Oh, that's why you ain't got your girl no more, and that's why you just don't want to fight back. But you know what, Tommy? This is the best time to be alive when you ain't got nothing to lose. This is a good thing to be. Hopeless. That's going to work to your favor these days. Okay, so they don't kill Tommy. They leave him there on the floor. And then lastly, you guys, Angie goes over to James's apartment. Okay, and she was just like wanting to know if he's involved with this whole thing with Lobos and who leaked the information to him that the transfer is going down, because if she is implicated in any way, she can get the death penalty for this. He's just trying to act like he don't know nothing about it. She was like, wow, you would actually let me go to jail and get the death penalty before you tell me anything? You know what? You did use me. You never loved me. He was like, Angie, I do love you. She's like, you don't love me? Okay, if you love me, you would tell me who the hell gave you that information. All he says is that he's gonna make it right. I just need to know who leaked the information. Get that information to me, please. And she storms out. Okay, and Ghost just looking around like everything is a fucking mess. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here and go make dinner for my family. Okay, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.